Here we go again, brawlers. Thank you all for joining me once again for another Bakugan Legends unboxing. I'm BakuBrad96, and in today's video, I'm going to be taking a look at the Darkest Tretorous starter pack. So now, of course, this includes the Darkest Ultra Tretorous, or Tretorous Ultra, however you want to say it, a Ventus Spartalian, and then, of course, a Pyrus Finica. Now, yesterday's video, I took a look at the Arliss Demork starter set. That video will be linked in the description below if that's something you missed, as well as the Discord server for the channel if you're interested in that as well. I do have quite a little community of brawlers there, and we all like to talk, trade, just, everything and anything Bakugan, so really enjoyable. But enough of that. I'm going to go ahead and crack this bad boy open, because it is probably one of my favorites, just because I really like the diamond set. Obviously, the channel mascot is Elemental Finica, so to get another Diamond Finica is amazing. That unboxing probably won't be for a minute. I do have collection packs to go through, of course, the Dragonoid plush review, and a Ventus Ultimate Vilock review at some point. So I have a ton of content that I've got to get to producing, but like I said in my other previous videos this week, I do want to catch up on the Legends product first. So, I'm going to go ahead and get started, I suppose. And again, for those of you who missed out on the first two videos this week, I do apologize on the camera angle. I am trying out something new. I know that it might not be the best, but everything, as always, is a work in progress. So thank you all for your patience and understanding, as well as your support, because I think as of recording this video, I'm at 1,086 subscribers. To be honest, I never thought I would get over 500. So the fact that I have so much support from so many people is just phenomenal. Like, it just makes my day. I'm happy every day. I'm happy to make content. Definitely enjoy supporting Bakugan because it's such a cool game, such a cool product. So yeah, I'm just very thankful, and just destroyed that plastic strip there, but had to get out the Tretorous, right? So before I get into the Bakugan, let's go ahead and flip that camera angle down so we can all take a look at what's actually in the package. And Bakugan stats first. Now I already know the gate card is probably going to be a duplicate because the gate card is always a duplicate. Haven't printed new gate cards in, I want to say 2 years, but I could be wrong. Sure enough, it is a duplicate gate card, but I'm not going to fuss about this one because it's one I like. I do believe this is the art for Darkest Piercer. It's an action card, and it just has Finica on it, so I love all of the gate cards with the Finica artwork. It would be nice for me to put together like a framed mural of all the Finica gate cards. I might do that one day just to have some artwork of the channel mascot around the studio. But yeah, not a bad gate card at all. Gives some pretty decent bonuses I see there with you Ventus, Chaos, and Pyrus, so not bad. Now then, moving on to the Baku core included in the set. So, first off, there is a Helix, minus 200 B power and minus 2 damage, so a trap, that's not really great. A Magic Shield, that is minus 400 B power, once again another trap core. I'm really not a fan of those. This is a little better though. We have a plus 500 B power Magic Shield, so that's something. Followed by that, we have another trap core, a regular shield that is minus 200 B power. A lot of trap cores in this set, so be warned, brawlers. A lot of trap cores, because here's another one. It is a minus 5 damage Red Fist or Flaming Fist. And then the last Baku core included in this set is a plus 150 B power and plus 4 damage Red Fist. So yeah, not the best, excuse me, not the best Baku core lineup by far. The Baku core don't really help the team at all, and a majority of what you get are all reduction cores or trap cores. So not really good on that end. Hopefully the stats of the Bakugan will be better. But I have no way of knowing because I haven't looked up the stats at all. Sorry for that little intermediate pause there. Had to have a coffee break. So now then, starting off with, let's go Ventus Spartillion. So Ventus Spartillion has a blue shield or magic shield core and a helix. B power of 800 with 2 damage. That's not awful. So on a 650 blue shield, you'll be at 1450. So that's a really good standard for competitive Bakugan, that 1500 B power range. And then on a helix, you could use the +5, -1 and get up to 13, which isn't the greatest. But really what you want to do with Spartillion is actually pair your Baku core. So use a nanogon that once you land on a helix or a blue shield, you can add a core. And then theoretically, just say for this, if you get to add a helix and a blue shield, that's where it comes up. Because then you're talking 650, and then let's say you use the 5 helix, so that's 1150. Plus the 8, that's 1950 B power and 1 damage. That's really strong, and you only use one of your nanogon, and you have 2 core on Spartillion already. And again, that's just kind of theorizing a combo with the core lineup that he has. Really cool, and I also don't think I got a Ventus Spartillion before. I might have, but I don't think so. So that's really cool that we have a Ventus Spartillion now. Now I know we've had Pyrus Finico before, but here is the one for Legends, and the artwork is just absolutely phenomenal. Look at the little flaming Firefox. But it includes a regular shield and a magic shield lineup, a B power of only 100, and that's a shame. But 7 damage, so we have a damage wins Bakugan right here. The only saving grace for this little Finico is the core abilities, which it has a pretty good lineup. On a magic shield or a blue shield, you get to add a Baku core from the field to your Bakugan. And then if you land on a regular shield, you get to remove an opposing active Bakugan's Baku core and place it back onto the field. So a really interesting thing to do, if you do land on the blue shield, you can add an orange shield. You'll have an orange shield. That orange shield will take off whatever your opponent has. So let's say you use the 650 blue shield and then a 400 regular shield just for the max bonus. That'll put you at 1150 with 7 damage, and it's going to take your opponent theoretically down to base B power because you're removing whatever Baku core they picked up. Very good. Not bad at all. Obviously that low end B power isn't good, but the damage is. If you pair it with like cards like Might of Cindius or Mac, or even like a core control deck and you use Hot Potatoes, Pyrus, I think Inferno or Twister removes a Baku core, and then if you have a Green Fist, you get a boost or something like that. Not 100% sure. Can't remember all of the cards. But Pyrus Overload also removes Baku cores, so I could see this Finico in a core control build or a damage wins build. Obviously, it requires a little bit of setup, but I'm not going to say it's awful. The B power is awful, but the core abilities kind of make up for that. Moving on then to the Ultra of the set. Of course, it is Ultra Tretorous. Still don't know why they changed the names around to Ultra. Insert Bakugan name here rather than Bakugan name and then Ultra. So don't know why the switch happened, but anyway, this version of Tretorous has double flame fist, B power of 200 with 6 damage. So once again, it is a Bakugan that is leaning on the damage side of things. If it lands on a flaming fist, you do get to add a Baku core. I don't see how that's really going to help you much, so theoretically let's go through it, or let's do a little run through. If you use the plus 250 Flaming Fist, that'll get you to 450, and then if you add a Baku core, let's just say a blue shield, that's plus 650, right? You want to get the most you possibly can. That's only 1106 damage, so B power wise, you're kind of on that really fine line with the Finico in this set. As your B power gets up there, you know, you get over 1,000, and that's not awful. But if you're not hitting that 14, 15 B power, I don't see it being very competitive. Especially when you have a handful of Bakugan that are reaching 1900 B power, 1800 B power, and then of course the Ventus Nova Pegatrix, that thing gets up to like 22 or 2400 B power, so it's really ridiculous. And when you look at Bakugan like that, 1100, 1150, 1000, that's just not really doing a whole bunch. However, I still think just like the Finnica in this set, that Tretorous has potential with a core control, core manipulation, or a damage wins strategy. So all in all, not bad. I do like the artwork. The coloring is really cool. One little nitpick I did notice that the light bluish turquoise coloring on the character artwork for Legends Darkest ended up a lot lighter than the green they're using on the Bakugan molds. I don't have a problem with that. I just noticed that, hey, like if there's going to be a difference, just paint it or print it the right color. It's not that hard. But other than that, great figures, great designs, a few questionable reprints, but still worth picking up in my opinion. Now that the stats are out of the way, we can take a look at the figures themselves. So first up, might as well start with the one closest, and that is the Ventus Spartillion. So on the outside, I really like Spartillion's ball form just because of the way its little shield wheel plates take up the Bakugan. It's a really nice pattern and it just stands out. You already know what this Bakugan is without really even opening it, especially if you've been around since Geogun Rising. The rolling arrows right there, some little Legends Wisp patterning. Then of course you do have the shield sides, a little bit of detail on top. And then there's the peg for Bakugear and Nanogon. So then once opened up, there we go. Pretty standard, it is just a Ventus Spartillion, but it does look really good. Ton of detail on the face. We even have a piece of the arm there painted. That's pretty cool, the shoulder portion. I really like that. But yeah, Spartillion's really basic. A really cool Bakugan though. I like the design. It's interesting, it's unique. Can't wait to take a look at the new Diamond, because this year's Diamond Spartillion is a lot better than the Geogun Rising Spartillion, and well, at least in my opinion. So to close Spartillion, I am a little rusty. I don't pick up a lot of him. Head down, arms backwards and in, close it, and then the arms. Okay, no. So did it a little backwards there. So head down, arms, and then these little plates, and then it closes down. Yeah, okay. So head down, arms back, plates in, and then you close it down on itself, kind of like a little clam. And there is Ventus Spartillion closed. There's a little bit of looseness, but Spartillion's overall shape makes me think that there's not going to be any problem rolling it. It'll just roll straight on through. But I will test out the rolling once I get through looking at the Bakugan. Now then, next up is of course the Pyrus Finnica. So look on the outside of the Bakugan, obviously you have the new Legends paint scheme. There is a little bit of the addition of black paint, the orange, the really burnt orange accents the, I guess this would be Hot Rod red, but it accents it very well. Of course you have a lighter yellow for the wisps effect. There's the faction symbol. Still the same old Finnica mold though, once opened. I do like to see a little more detail there on the interior. That's nice. Have a little black piece on the neck. The face, nose, eyes, and top of the head painted really well. I like the detail. Again, on the other side you have some black on the interior of the Bakugan. And even the inside of the tail, the little jewel piece, is painted as well. So quite a little bit of detail in this little Finnica. Not a bad design. Again, it is a core Bakugan, so relatively easy to roll. Maybe not for me, but for everyone else. Really cool Bakugan. I like the design. So to close up this Finnica, you want to pull out the chest, roll the front feet back, head down, and then the ears down, followed by the tail piece, if you can get it to close. Something's wrong. What happened? Oh, I missed the side. Okay. So chest down, head down, well, feet, head, there we go. Now the ears, and then the tail. And that is how you close core Finnica. Very nice. Now, last but certainly not least, it is the Ultra of this set, and that is Ultra Tretorous, which I was really excited to look at because they added a good amount of silver to this Bakugan. As you can all see, the arms and legs are all silver, and I just really like that on Darkest. The Diamond is even the same way, and like I said, I can't wait to take a look at that, but that will be later on. For now, the regular version is really nice. You do have that dark forest green on the knuckles right there, and then I think there was some more, oh yeah, on the eyes and the face. So very well painted, really good detail there, as you can all see. It does have some wisps on the silver part of the arms, and then on the back magnet plate as well. So a good amount of detail on Tretorous. Tretorous, again, is just another one of those designs I think they did really good on. Spin Master, I mean. It's simple, but it's just really detailed, and you know exactly what it is. You can make out each piece perfectly. So yeah, really, really nice Bakugan. To close them up, though, once again, I am a little rusty, so I think you want to take the feet, the back, the arms in, the tail wraps around. I do believe, yeah, the tail wraps around onto the arms, and the back plate is last, which holds everything together, and there is Darkest Tretorous all folded up. So a very tight ball form, a little Alto Bronte's disease. We got these little pegs that jut out right here, but not too bad. Other than that, it is a clean sphere. It closes very good, very tight fit. The purple on the legs I just noticed is really nice there. Kind of just gives it a little more personality and detail. There's the faction symbol. We have the serial number right there. But yeah, that is Darkest Tretorous. So now I am going to wrap up the video with a little rollout. Or at least try to. We all know I throw the bread occasionally and I just cannot get a Bakugan to land for nothing. But here we go. I'm going to start off with Ventus Spartillion. Now Spartillion will be facing away from you when you roll him, as the arrow says. And let's see what we got. There we go. First try. That was perfect. So the magnet, not too strong. Spartillion just rolled right over when he opened. But a positive is Spartillion did open on the gate card. Now I should probably roll trying to use Baku cores since those are the pro game. But when I do that, I miss a lot. And this way, at least I don't miss. Finnegan is the same way. You want to roll it facing away from you, as the arrow says. And again, all Bakugan will have an arrow that kind of helps you with rolling them. It gives you kind of a direction, if you will. And there it is. So another perfect stand by a perfect Bakugan. I guess it's because it was a Finnegan, right? But perfect action there. Now then, finishing things up with the Ultra. So I don't know how Tretorous will land on the gate card just because he's an Ultra. But to roll him, he is actually going to be facing you when it's all said and done. Because there's his head, the arrow rolls this way, so if he rolls, pops on the magnet, he'll kind of be facing you. But we'll see how it works out together. I don't think I have a lot of Tretorous, if any. I think I got rid of all of mine, or might have traded all of mine. But I actually don't think I have a single one from its original release. And that's a shame. But anyway, 1, 2, 3, brawl. Well, he spins, so I'm going to go for a spin shoot, I guess. Well, if I could, like, not miss, that was terrible. Okay, there we go. So, just tried it out. First time on camera, that was kind of a live reaction, obviously. But Tretorous surprisingly did good on that spin shoot. Obviously, he didn't stay on the gate card. But if you land a Bakucore, maybe that would be different. So it was really good, really interesting set. I'm not sure about all of the stats. I think you have Finnegan and Tretorous here that are damage wins. And then Spartillion is just a standard vanilla Bakugan you could use for a B-Power deck or any deck, really. Tretorous and Finnegan, they require a little setup, a little thought, maybe some combo or synergy. Either way, all really good Bakugan. This is a really good set, and I suggest picking it up if you can. But, Brawlers, that's all for today. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to drop a like down below and subscribe to the channel if you're not already for all kinds of Bakugan unboxings, and I swear I am having new content coming. It just takes time. So much time. And I do want to catch up on these Legends products because it is the last line of Generation 2 before we get into the third generation of Bakugan. So I definitely want to grab what I can while it's on store shelves. So I hope you all understand. But until next time, stay safe, drome up, and Bakugan Brawl!